Yesterday, to be honest, was a bit of a shock for all of us. We didn't really know why we lost so much performance and why we was off the pace. We made some changes and they sort of exceeded our expectations. So, that's a positive. But realistically, after winter testing, this is probably where we expected to be. I think our goal over the winter was to make sure we've got a car that we can build upon and that there aren't any significant problems. We spent probably 3/4 of the year last year problem solving, understanding the porpoising, understanding why the car characteristics are so bad, why the car's so stiff. And now I feel like we've got a car that feels nice to drive. It doesn't bounce. It generally feels like a good car. And now we can just focus on adding downforce and adding performance, which is what the team have done for so long. So there's definitely signs to be positive, but of course the lap times don't lie, and we've got a lot to improve. I think translating for tomorrow, there's not going to be any substantial changes. I think we've got a fight on our hands for P3. I think Ferrari over the last 4 years have always been really strong in qualifying and struggled a bit more in the race, so I'm relatively pleased to be not so far behind them. Obviously they took the second set of new tyres in Q3, and Fernando, he's probably more of a dark horse than what Ferrari is. He had some really good race pace last week in testing, so I think it's going to be a good fight for P3. Just a shame the Red Bulls are a bit too far.
Yes, it's been a difficult weekend up until Quali for me. It hasn't been a clean one, a clean build up to it, and finally through Quali I could put myself together a bit and pull out some better laps. Still not 100% happy with a couple of corners in sector 2 that I was struggling with, but apart from that we managed to make good progress, and now we are in a much better position for tomorrow. The gut feeling is that we're going to try our best to battle the Red Bulls, but it is true that in Quali they are one step ahead, then in race pace my feeling is that they are 1.5 steps ahead, so it's going to be more difficult in the race. We know our car is not ideal in the race runs yet. We need to still do some fine-tuning on setup, but we will try everything we can to battle them.
I thought we woke up this morning thinking we would be a lot further behind, and so the fact that we were even getting into Q3 was great. Yeah, we worked with a lot of great work happened overnight. All the engineers went back to the factory here, did a great job, and we made a step forward today. So the car was feeling much more alive this morning, and all of a sudden we were in a different place than we were the day before. But then when we got to qualifying, for me the car just didn't feel alive. It felt kind of average. So I think the direction I've gone with my setup, I'm hoping works better for tomorrow. Let's try to set it up for tomorrow, but it made it a little bit difficult to qualify. Yeah, a single lap, 6/10 is, you can catch it. I mean, we were 6/10 behind, I think, last year this time. We had bouncing and all sorts of things, so it's not an impossible mountain to climb, so that's a positive. And I know everyone back at the factory has been working so hard. We can definitely close that gap. We just got to really focus and push like never before.